Everybody, and welcome. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK,
And my name is Louise Island.
and we have a lovely hour
do.
for you this afternoon. If you're tuning in live, welcome. Pull up a seat, get comfy. We have a brand new release for you. Many of you have already taken advantage of it. It went live yesterday at 5 o'clock. So I've seen many a order coming through already. The lovely Jilly is in the room with you this afternoon, all the way next door, the other side of the wall. So if you've got any questions, she's there to help. She will also pop up a link to our show page. So yeah, it's going to be a lovely, nice, and Tuesdays are sort of groovy
Calming,
days, aren't
groovy
they?
day, yeah.
And well, they are calming in the morning until I get involved in the afternoon, and then it's a little bit non-calming. Jilly said the sound is great, so thank you very much, Jilly. So yeah, we had Groovy Tuesday this morning. You're working with Barb's Floral Alphabet.
I am, yes.
Almost finished that project.
We have, yeah. We've just got the tool work around the outside and then the foiling, which I know a lot of people are looking forward to.
Super. So if you're not sure what Groovy Tuesday is, once a week, every Tuesday, as it says in the title, Louise goes live at 10 o'clock on the same platforms that you're viewing from this afternoon. And she works on a project over a series of weeks. And we are up to, I think it's 220.
Wow.
I think it's 220 episodes. All available free of charge over on our Clarity YouTube page. So if maybe you're new to Groovi and you're thinking, what's it all about? If you go back to episode 1, then we do like an unboxing with the starter kit, and it goes on that journey, and we cover loads of different techniques over all of those 220 episodes. So there's lots there to keep you company. And then Saturday just gone, we had an amazing online workshop.
We did, yeah, it went really well.
The enhanced pencil work. So if you joined in on that, thank you very much. Louise was saying, I mean, I've seen a lot of the posts that the artwork that the students created is absolutely wonderful.
It is, yeah. And everybody's, saying, oh, I really like doing this, but I could just tweak it. I might try it again and see how it goes.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Because we can't, if we get it into our heads, well, I've got to get it right first time, then it can be quite sort of, oh, you get stressed and you don't enjoy it.
Yeah, and it is a craft that you should enjoy the process. It's lovely to get things right first time, but when you're learning something, very rarely do you get it right first time, especially if you're following along. I find whenever I try and follow along first time with something before I've watched it, you're watching what they're doing, you're trying to do that, then you're watching and you think, oh, I've missed that bit, and then it's like a
tumble,
live,
isn't it? Yeah, and then
there you go. So it's best just to watch and chill out and chat, and then do it the second time, watch it again, and then do it the second time, because then you can just stop and start.
Absolutely. So maybe you're tuning in for the first time and you're thinking, what's it all about? So Mondays at 2 o'clock and Tuesdays at 2 p.m. And then Fridays at 10 and 2, we have what we call our Clarity Social TV. So this is our selling platform.
Yeah.
Monday morning at 10 a.m. is The Shack with Barb, where it's nice and calm and doodling. It was Build a Bouquet this week. So if you missed yesterday's episode, you can go back and watch that. And then at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, it's again in the groove and nice and calm. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some details on the side of the screen. This is a brand new collection. As I say, went live at 5 o'clock last night. I'm going to swap my screen over so the chat will disappear. So on the side of the screen, you can see that there's a 5-digit number, which is 42608. You've got an image of the product, you've got a title for the collection, and then you've got some pricing. So the item number is 42608. This is the Art Deco Square Frames Midi Groovi Plate collection. Now, normally £35.96. You have a £6 saving, bringing that down to £29.96. Now, for those of you that belong to our Clarity Craft Clubs, you can also receive your relevant discount as well. So 1 club, 10%, 2 clubs, 12.5%, and all 3 clubs, then you get a 15% discount. So if you belong to all 3, that brings it down to £25.47, which is a saving of £10.49. So when you think that a Midi Groovi plate is £8.99, so it's even better than 4 for the price of 3.
Yeah.
The Midi plates is a size of plate that we launched last year. It was Barb's idea to celebrate 10 years of all things Groovi.
Yes, the Midi size is really nice because it kind of fits in with mini makes, but also you still can keep a lot of the detail from the larger plates.
Absolutely. Nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in the full screen graphics so you can have a look at them in a little bit more detail. So you can see here, now you may be familiar with these designs. Barb had them in stamps earlier this month. It was an A5 square stamp set together with a stencil, and there was also a circular one. So the circular one in Groovi we launched last year as the Christmas hymn collection. Okay, so we'll have a look at, if I go to that one here, you'll see this is your Midi framed Christmas hymn. So it's the same frames, but in circular form. Item number for this collection is 42566. You've got the same price, the same savings as well. So if you missed out last year on this collection, then we've got that for you on this show. Then I'm so chuffed. This is the Art Deco Special Day Sentiments Midi Groovi plate. I love this Groovi plate in its original form and stamp set, but it's had a little bit of a makeover with that lovely Art Deco font, and we've also reduced the size of the plate to a Midi plate. So this one is 42601, £8.99 plus your club discount. Now, last year, we also launched Barb's Big Blooms. Careful what I say there. Item number for this collection is 42594. This was the collection of plates we used in the enhanced pencil work collection. And we've got some beautiful artwork, which has never been seen before from the design team. So I thought I'd share that with you this afternoon, because tomorrow at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, I'll be on Hobby Maker. And hopefully we'll get to show some of the artwork, but if we don't, then this is a perfect opportunity. Now, there's still time for you to take advantage of the January product of the month. And if you pop this item in your basket, which is the Art Deco Sentiments A5 stamp set, item number 12258, pop that in your basket. Anything else in your basket, you'll get double points up until the 31st of January. Now, if what was designed to go alongside that was a sentiment embedder stencil. Item number 31940, £6.49. Pop that in your basket. Anything else in your basket, double points. But if you're a groovy chick, then you may want to go for the Art Deco Sentiments A5 Groovi plate, 42595. Pop that in your basket, and you'll get double points on that as well. And they've proven so popular. The stamps, the sentiment embedders, the Groovi plate. I think when you've got sentiments, it's that little finishing touches that you can create beautiful artwork. Yes. And then sometimes, whether it be a stamp or a Groovi, you just want that lovely sentiment. And that's why for me, that special day sentiment was always that sort of go-to one, because it covered so many different occasions without saying what the occasion was.
And it's nice now to have it in a couple of fonts. I like different fonts for different themes of cards that I'm doing. So
absolutely. So let's have a look at the Groovi plates. And what we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go to the overhead. I'm going to show both the square, let me just move that out of the way, and the circle ones side by side. So you can then see, let me just get these in the right position, how different they look.
They do, yeah. It is strange, isn't it? Because it's exactly the same pattern, it's just different shape. But it does look so different. And I love the little bits in the middle as well.
Because we were talking earlier that this centerpiece here
Yes.
Could go perfect in that. Middle. So although it's the Christmas hymns, we know with Groovi that if we don't trace it out, it doesn't appear on the parchment.
No, exactly. So these were perfect because you could have them Christmas or you could have them without Christmas and put whatever you wanted to inside the frame.
There we go. So what we're going to do like a double flip.
Okay.
Flip.
Oh, flip.
Louise is going to flip to her right and I'm going to flip to my left, so we can then have a look at the second one. These are all available individually. So if you want the circle one, it's 42565. If you want the square one, it's 42598. But it's a completely different look.
I know. This looks like a really lovely, like gold kind of frame that you could put inside and layer up.
Like a medallion type thing, doesn't it?
You could have 3 different layers on this, or you could infill that one in there and have a little.
And there's so many different aspects to each of these frames. You can just trace out bits of them.
Yeah.
So for example, this lovely scroll on the inside, you could just do that and ignore the sort of like the petals.
No, exactly.
And the same on there as well.
There is so many different takes you could do. It'd be interesting to see how many different variations you could make with one.
Well, when
frame.
you've got half an hour, Louise, see what you can come up with. Then we move on to the next one. So this is 42564, and then if you want it in square, 42599. So we've got joy to the world, and then this one is hope. But again, the sentiment in the middle, you could go for the product of the month. You could put one of those in there as well, couldn't you?
You could do. It looks different as well with this one as well, because it's kind of looped over. It's almost like ribbon, isn't it?
Yes.
Looped around the corner.
Yeah. So this is lovely Jazz's magicness.
No.
And then finally, see, I love this one. But look how different.
This is perfect for colour or white work as well.
Yes.
There are little frames there.
This is going to be one of my demos tomorrow. The lovely Glynis has very kindly prepared a couple of demos for me. And I'm going to be demoing this one, I think, in the first hour at 3 o'clock.
They would look nice as like little corners, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
or just take that bit as a centerpiece.
Yeah.
So they're your 2 collections. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at some amazing artwork. So we'll do that first. And I wanted to say a very, very big welcome. This one's circle. A very, very big welcome to Sally Paul. Many of you that are on social media would have seen Sally's amazing artwork on Facebook.
Yes.
She has joined the Clarity Design Team family. And when you look, it's that thinking outside the box as well, which many of our design team members do. So I'm going to show you one beautiful piece to start with. Hang on. Oh, let me show you this one first, because this is what the plate sort of looks like, but at an angle. So you can see here, if I bring that plate in, this was, remember I said to you, this is one of my favorite. So look, that's the plate, but what Sunny's done is she's twisted it. So all of a sudden, it's given a completely different look. And she's used the special day sentiments in the middle.
That's brilliant.
Beautiful, beautiful artwork. The design team just blow me away every single time.
Every one of them is just...
Yeah. This one is Karen Jackson.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to take ones from all different piles. This one is from Jill Askham. So just using part of the frame.
Yes.
From there.
As the corners, and then use the lovely
flowers from the special day sentiments.
This is nice as well because it's a little bit of embroidery as well in the.
Oh, of course, yes, of course.
All together.
This one is Carol Baker. I love the simplicity of this. This is the plate exactly how it comes, and what Carol has done, she's actually added in, or is it on there? Oh no, it's on the actual plate.
Oh yeah.
You've got that square frame around the outside.
Just by the colours, it just looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Just the plate, exactly how it comes. There's no pico cutting, there's just some colouring. Absolutely gorgeous. And a few gems. Then we haven't looked at this one. This is another one from Sally Paul. So she's taken those designs and turned them into butterflies.
I know. And there's a little note saying you can upturn all of the butterflies as well.
All the wings.
And they come all 3D.
And some perga glitter on there.
I'm not going to do it to all of them.
Get them squished.
But they're absolutely gorgeous.
Jill Askham has created this
Wonderful.
one. So taken the frame and then extended it to make it bigger.
Yeah. Which is
Two
what
different
you can
layers.
do with Groovi, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's Pico cut there.
Oh gosh.
And then the white one is a second layer.
Oh, I thought it was on one layer, but it's on two.
2 layers.
Gorgeous.
Going small from Josie Davidson.
Oh, this is lovely as well.
This is using the sentiments from the
the Art Deco.
The Art Deco, the product of the month.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And then I love the little dots. In the
Dotted
background.
pattern around the background.
Really
Karen
lovely.
Jackson doing it in 2 different parts.
Wow, look at all that Pico cutting.
I know. Wait till you see this one.
Oh gosh.
Josie Davidson.
Wow.
So that's using those basic grids I had on Hobby Maker at the beginning of the year.
Looks really lovely with this colour as well, doesn't it?
That lovely peachy colour. Yeah, really beautiful. This one here, we've got some.
That's on 3 different layers. Didn't realise that. You've got that layer and then it's on
that layer, and then you've got your base layer.
Wow.
This one is Carol Pankstello, and she's used our metallic gel pens. If I can get that.
That's clever. So you don't even have to use it as a frame. You can use it as a border.
I like that effect, and I love this.
Up and down as well.
Yeah.
Different ways of
and we were talking about like more of a medallion type look.
Yeah, gorgeous.
This one is from Carol Baker. So you can see we've got beautiful, depending on the colour, changing the size of it, depending on how big you put it onto. Another one from Sally Paul. I love the blues on this.
Those colours together look really
And then
lovely.
what she's done, she's used the metallic on the For You.
Gorgeous.
Lovely. Then we've got this one, which is Carol Baker again. Different layers. So we've got a dark parchment that's been Pico cut all the way around and in the middle. Some tool work. Now, look at this.
Wow, that's a lot of Pico cut.
Sally Paul again.
She's Pico cut this to an inch of its life.
I know.
Wow.
Some tool work around the outside.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Beautiful. This one is from Carol Pankstello.
Very zesty. Very nice.
Then, so this one I'm going to show you next. I had to look at this. So this again was from Sally Paul, and I'm thinking, well, how's that from there? So the frame around the outside is taken from, hang on, let me just find it. It's this part here on the plate. So Sally has created it all the way around the outside. These little sort of jewel drops is taken from that and then done back to back. Brilliant. And the little flowers come from the Special Day sentiments.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Art Deco from there as well. And that's also using the Nested Hearts Groovi plate to get the actual shape.
Yes, and doesn't that look beautiful? Perfect Valentine's Day card.
Yeah. Another one from Carol Baker. This is using some of Linda's frames. Look at that on design parchment.
I love the layers. So you can make small cards and gigantic cards.
It's a real showstopper, that one.
It is, isn't it?
And then finally, another one from Sally Paul. And then this one, I'm going to bring it in on this camera here so you can see. So very subtle with that sending a little note your way in the center. Those beautiful butterflies that have all been Pico cut.
Wow.
All Pico cut. But I love this, turning that frame into an oval. Okay. So that's a selection of artwork from, believe it or not, so that's from the squares. And then Louise has got this one that she's borrowed from Carol Pankstello, and she's going to deconstruct this. And this is going to be Louise's demo for this particular hour.
Yeah, I really like this one because it shows off the lovely square frames and everything, but just with the little bit of the Special Day sentiments as well, Deco ones.
So before we just go on to what Louise is going to share with us, This is the special day sentiments. I'm going to change the details on the screen. Item number 42601, and then we'll have a look at some more artwork on this one. So this is, there we go, this is Jill Askham. I love it on this. I think it's Indian summer parchment.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? With the gold, and this
using
almost
the frames.
looks like embroidery, doesn't it?
It does. She's used it like a pearlescent paint.
Yeah.
Another one from Carol Pankstello. Look at, I don't know if you can pick that up. The drop shadow.
Queen of the drop shadow.
There we go. You can see Carol's put
like
grey pencil behind it. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. All the artwork it's absolutely stunning. This
like you say, it's really good to see people thinking out. Like our design team always think out the box.
Gorgeous Glynis on this one.
On the back.
This is similar to one that I'm going to demonstrate tomorrow as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Another one. Lovely Jane Telfer. I love the colours on this one.
Yes, the red and greens look so
good. Those flowers as well.
Yeah.
Work beautifully. And for me, parchment craft at its best, monochromatic, Glynis, multi-needle tool work around the outside.
Black and white together just always looks so stunning.
It really does, especially when you've got the stunning white work in those design areas there.
Yeah, wow. Look at that.
Beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So that is all the artwork for the brand new collection. Later on during the hour, we'll have a look at some artwork for Barb's Big Blooms. So because we never had any artwork when we first launched it, because it was one of those, we need to do it. And but now, right, if you've been sitting on the fence with Barb's Big Blooms, you may not. Okay, so lovely Louise.
Okay.
So on our website, we have a catch up and craft area where all of our Clarity Social TV shows are kept. They're also stored over on the Clarity YouTube page as well. And if you go to the live section, they sort of work their way all the way back, with the latest one always at the beginning. And if we do a demo we feel is worthy of what we call our digital downloads, then you'll find those in the catch up and craft area as well. So yesterday, Barb did, there was 3 demo downloads on there as well. And when we're talking about a demo download, what it is, it gives you the time and the date of the show, what the project was called, what was made, and then underneath, it gives you a list of ingredients that was used to complete this card. Now, you can either download this and save it to your computer, or you can download it and print it and pop it in a folder. So it becomes more like an sort of inspiration guide as well.
It does, yeah, like an inspiration library. If you collect quite a lot as the programs go on, you'll have lots of inspiration.
And if you print it off at the time, then if you have placed an order for those particular products, like the new plates today, then when you get them, if you printed that off, you're going, right, what date was that? I've forgotten what day it was on. Look at your printout and go, oh yeah, and then you can go back and watch this one show again.
Perfect.
Okay, so where do we get started?
So this was the lovely Carol created this lovely piece of artwork.
Okay.
Let's see.
Virtually actual side, near enough.
So we're just going to have a little bit of a play with one of the borders, and then we're just going to arrange the sentiment in a different angle so that we can fit some nice flowers in. So,
and whatever we're doing in the square frames, you can also modify and do in the circular frames as well.
Yes, definitely. So if I bring in my black mat.
Yeah. There we go. I'll put my hand there.
Lovely.
There we go.
So I thought I'd start off. So with the frame, I've just used the number 1 tool for the outside border and the inside.
Yeah.
And then in Carol's lovely art piece, she has done some lovely white work in the border. So I've only used the number 2 for the floral.
Okay, like the flourishes.
The flourishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got this little bit here. So what I thought is, now I've done that, I'm going to create the little middle part. So Carol's added sending a little note your way with wishes for a special day. So I thought I would change it up and I would do just a different
Okay, and you're using the plate mate for Midi plates. So let me bring those details up on the screen. We do two different plate mates for the Midi plates. We do a festive one. Oh, that went high pitch. And we also do the original one, which is item number 42442. So this is the plate mate for Midi plates with the Josephine French lace Midi Groovi plates in the middle.
Lovely. So what I'll do is I'm going to start off with putting a few of my flowers in.
Okay.
We can have a little bit of fun there. So I've just arranged it so I can fit this lovely flower in and the little buds here.
And it's nice because when Jazz gave this one a refresh, she introduced some additional flowers from the original Groovi plate. And the original Groovi plate was an A5 square that has now been discontinued. But if you've got the original one, then this will work perfectly within these frames as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the font's really lovely in that one too.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just using my number 2. So I've used tumble dry sheet over the.
Come in a little bit. There we go. That's all right. I've just zoomed it. And let me move this printout out of the way. There we go.
There we are, right in the middle. So just using the number 2 first. And then just. I like these flowers. They're really lovely.
That's what threw me with that piece that Sally Paul created, because I was trying to work out where did those flowers come from. I'm looking on the Midi plates on like the frames. I'm thinking, I can't see that. And it's only when I was laying out the studio this afternoon, I thought, there it is.
There they are.
And that's why, for one of the reasons we suggest it, when you get a new Groovi plate, trace it out, because you often see things that you don't see when you look at the plate.
Yeah, you'll be surprised what you miss sometimes when you think you know a plate until you actually spend time with it and actually create the line art for it.
I mean, we often have fun in define fun. We often somebody will say, I've seen this picture on Facebook, or I've seen a picture somewhere, and what plate was used, and here's a picture, and then we have to look at the picture and then try and work out which plates have been used.
Yes, that is
because we have we've been going 10 years with Groovi. It's very rare that we do actually discontinue anything, because obviously we make them here in the UK. So sometimes you're looking and you're thinking, oh goodness me, I wonder when that was. But we normally get there. It's a joint effort.
Yeah. I'm just maneuvering it around a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to put this one in the corner here. I thought this was a really lovely card of Carol's. And it's colours that I wouldn't normally do. It's like a tealy green.
Tealy green, yes.
Yeah. So I think it's always nice to, with comfort zone. These are cute little buds, aren't they?
They're lovely. So the plate that Louise is currently using is one of my favourites, item number 42601. This is now the Art Deco Special Day Sentiments Midi Groovi plate. And when you look at the sentiments that are on there, you've got 3 of them on there. However you spend it, whatever you do, hoping this day is special for you. Sending a little note your way with wishes for a lovely day. No matter how you spend your day, hope it's special in every way. So when you look at that, it's not birthday, it's not anniversary. They're just really sort of like feel good, heartfelt, warm sentiments.
Yes.
Whether it be for a wedding, whether it be for an anniversary, or it just be a little note just to cheer somebody up. But also birthdays. Yeah. For me, this is sort of that one that I remember when I first started doing samples for clarity, this was one of the stamp sets I'd go to all the time.
Yes.
Because it didn't matter what type of card you was creating. If you wanted a sentiment, whether it be on the front of the card or whether you wanted it as a sentiment on the inside, it was one of those ones that it didn't just say happy birthday or best wishes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show that I've put no matter how you spend.
Yes.
I was trying
no
to
matter, no matter how you spend, there's currently good value here at Clarity.
No matter how much you spend, you're always happy.
Absolutely.
And you're spending money. So I've moved it over a little bit.
Okay.
Because then I was just going to show that you can.
And with sentiment, I love this because you haven't got to worry about spelling backwards.
I know.
You haven't got to worry about getting it in a straight line, getting the spacing right. It's all done for you.
So what you can do now is, if you wanted to, instead of the hope underneath, you could put hope there.
Yeah.
So it's nice just to know that you can.
So just because it's predefined in the specific layout, as Louise was saying, you can then reconfigure the layout to suit your artwork. See, I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have put my sentiment in and then worked around it.
Yes. So sometimes if you think, oh, I've put some florals in, but now I haven't got any room for a sentiment, sometimes you can make the sentiments fit.
Yes. Just like you're showing us. Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry so much about whether it's going to.
And you're using the sentiment from above to line up what you've previously traced out.
Yes, so I'm making sure that it's all in a line.
A nice straight line. It's magic just watching it come to life.
I know, seeing the white line art appear is always
with ease.
Always makes me happy. So say because you had your flower over here, you're thinking, oh, I can't get that in the same line, so this is over too far. It just gives you a little bit of a change, and then you can always, because if you had the flower here, it might not, or if it was too far up here, you think, oh, I can't get that in there, so you can change things around. So that's that bit.
Okay.
And then you can add some more little designs in there if you wanted to.
Nice.
So now we've done that part, we're going to jump ahead.
See, for me, it's the frames, and I know when we brought them out in the circular, I hadn't even considered them being turned into squares, but I could just see so many different ways of using elements of the frames.
I know there's so many different ways in which you could like we've seen with some of the design team, you could create this just as a border.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a square if you didn't want to. So on the front here, I've done 2 layers of white work here. You can probably see the difference.
Yeah.
1 layer there.
Okay.
So I thought we'd just have a little bit of fun with some white work now.
Okay. So you're using your Pergamano ball tools.
Yeah, we've got the 3mm here.
Okay.
And it's on the soft side of the mat.
Right. So let's zoom in a little bit on there. There we go.
So what I'll do is I'll do 1 element here.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you how much the first layer will change when you put the second layer of the white work on.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Of course we can. Absolutely. Perfect idea.
Excellent. Hey. So I'm just flicking.
So when you're flicking, you're starting at the tip, and as you flick towards the center, you're lifting the tool off.
I am, yes.
So it creates that lovely sort of gradual look.
Yeah, so what I'm doing with the second line is I'm creating almost like there's a little gap here.
Oh, right.
So I'm only putting the white work on this part here.
As if you would if you were doing shadow embossing?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the same underneath, like so.
Yeah.
And then do it with the other side. So creating that little shadow.
Okay. So if you're looking for more information about this type of white work and the shadow embossing, last year we did a number of 123 online workshops, and we did one that had 3 different sessions all on white work. And when we talk about white work, we mean any type of anything that turns the parchment white. So tracing out the line art with the use of a Groovi plate is white work. And Louise showed us how to, it was sort of like an introduction. So we can see that. So that's your first layer.
That's my first layer. So then when I add it onto the second layer, so I say, here we are, this is, I've created, that's first layer.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is, for anybody that doesn't know about white work, we want to let the parchment rest.
Yes.
So if we went in with the second layer now, we'd only buckle the parchment and it would start to buckle and go crispy and
it goes like cotton wool, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So what you want to do is preferably overnight, leave it, and then once you come back into it, it will suddenly pop.
You can see that already.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I just turn over.
Yes.
So it just makes it just pop. The longer you leave it, sometimes the.
So when did you create this piece? When did you sort of stage this? Was this last week?
Late last week.
Late last week. So this had a good few days rest, so to speak. And I think it's one of those things, isn't it? As part of the Groovi journey. I know I have had to personally learn patience.
Yes, I did too. Because we both came from stamping and mixed media kind of backgrounds, didn't we? And
yeah, where you got that instant
gratification of a project.
Yeah.
Whereas with Groovi, you do have to be patient and wait for that process, because if you are creating an artwork with some white work and you're putting 9 layers of white work on a lovely floral design,
9 layers.
It's going to take you 9 days, really.
I'd probably go to about 3 layers.
3 layers.
But I think it goes with that thing, doesn't it? The more you add, the whiter it becomes, and the longer you leave it between the periods, the whiter it becomes again.
Exactly. So that's our second layer. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference between
those two. Yeah.
So that's the white work.
So on this one here, then we've done 3 layers. Are you going to put another layer on that one?
I can do.
Show us. How many layers, if you were doing this, Louise, how many layers would you normally do for a frame like this?
I would probably do about 3.
3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. It depends how white you want it, really. I'd say, because I think that when you add that on colour, that will appear quite white. And I wouldn't have thought Carol's put any more. It looks very similar. It just looks whiter because it's on a light
coloured background. Yeah.
So, I mean, it also depends how much pressure you put on as well. If you haven't got a lot of strength in your hand, you might be doing this in 5 layers, whereas somebody
to get that whiteness.
Yes, whereas the same whiteness somebody might do with 2 layers, a little bit more heavy-handed than somebody who's doing it with light pressure. I think if you ever have like if you put on a lot of pressure, there's tips, wasn't there, in the course, with the foundation course?
Yes.
All the different things you could do. I would say if you struggle, move, because a lot of people will come in with their tool, their white work tool,
as if they were writing with a pen.
Yeah. So if you are heavy-handed, I would recommend holding it a little bit further away.
Right. Okay. Oh, Bob does that with the stencil brushes.
Yeah, that takes it's a lot less pressure going through. If I show you the difference, you got that
close up. Yeah.
And then if you're further away, it's harder.
Ah, yes.
to press, because you're putting the pressure through
that part,
not this part.
That makes perfect sense.
It's always good little tips to try as well. You can see the difference there as well.
Yes.
Now I did a couple of layers on top of each other there too.
Nice. Okay.
Where were we? Well, we were at the third layer.
Do you want to put a third one on there, or?
Yeah, I'll put
go on then. Push the boat out.
You can do it.
I'll have a slurp of my coffee.
Okay,
so I think with frames, we often talk about finishing cards and stuff like that. We can have beautiful artwork. See, I can see these frames working with so many designs in the Clarity catalogue. This would be beautiful with the Jane Nesterenko florals. I could just see the agapanthus in here, the rose, Linda Williams in the garden collection, or the children. Yeah, look at that. You can definitely see the difference on that.
Slight shade, different shade, isn't it?
Nice.
So yeah, so it just depends on how many layers you want to put on your artwork. So once you've created that artwork all over, it'll appear
like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was quick, wasn't it?
It was very quick. You did that. We blinked. We flicked the camera and it was done. Now, before we go any further, I really want to share with our friends at home, because the design team have done an amazing job with Barb's Big Blooms.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And as I say, we launched the plates last year. Louise used them in the enhanced pencil work course on Saturday just gone. But when you look at the plates, so we'll have a look at the plates. So I'm going to give those to Louise to look at the plates. I'm going to pull the artwork out. So let me just swap over the details on the screen. Item number 42594, 26.97. You have a £3 saving, bringing it down to 23.97. And as a Diamond Club member, that's £20.37. And this is where that beautiful font all began, in both the stamp and the Groovi.
Yes, and it is a really lovely font. I really like this font.
It's, even though we're calling it sort of like the Art Deco, I think it's got that classic look to it.
It does.
There's certain fonts that will work with all different styles of crafting.
Yes. This is one of those.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love the and as well. I think that's so flourishing.
Just do. Let me come in and see if I can come in closer.
I know it's a little thing to love, but I really like the and part to that. I haven't seen that kind of.
So this is the stripy flowers. So if you would like this one individually, £8.99. The item number is 42584. Then we move on to the next plate, which is this is the silhouette flowers, item number 42582. And Louise used a combination of both of these plates in the enhanced pencil work course on Saturday.
Yeah, we even tested out a few.
We did. We used the holly leaves, item number 42583. And it was all about the light and the shade and everything else on that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right, so here comes some artwork.
Excellent.
Jane Telford.
Lovely.
Look at those.
Yeah, that's really nice. Little
Hugs
bit of
and kisses, white work, beautiful designer parchment, some little bits of grid work in the corner.
Perfect.
This one here from Josie Davidson, and that's using the that's the plate that comes in the middle of the plate mate.
Yeah, the Josephine plate mate, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's the centerpiece. So Josie's taken the framework and put those flowers in. Another one from Josie using the holly leaves.
That's really nice.
Never too early to start your. Let me come in on this one because
never too early for Christmas.
Never too early for Christmas. So this has got a combination of embossing on one half and perforating on the other side. So it gives that sort of light and dark effect automatically.
There's some stippling in the
little berries.
Gorgeous.
So that is that one there. Then let me see on the next one. Gorgeous Glynis.
Lovely bit of colouring.
And that was something very similar that we did in the course on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yes,
that type of colouring
would be able to do this.
Yeah. Look at that.
These are perfect for practicing this kind of colouring as well. I find these plates perfect.
Karen Jackson. Whoops, let's zoom out on this one.
That's lovely, different.
It's nice, sizes. Isn't it? So you've got that sort of rectangular.
It's nice to see sometimes different shapes, isn't it?
Yes.
I like
that little bow on there. Now let's go, since we're going tall. So this one from Hazel Edwards as well.
Using our dark parchment. Really
look at this. The artwork. I really had to share this because, say, we haven't had a child. Look at that.
That is lovely,
Jill Askham. This is. Can you remember what grid that is?
It's the Charles.
It's the Charles.
Yeah,
so it's
one of my favourites.
Is it King Charles? It's King Charles, isn't it? It wasn't the Prince one. I need to come in on this one because this. Let me see if I. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
I'm looking at sort of like this lovely lace work around the outside. I mean, the flowers are absolutely stunning. It looks like a watercolor, doesn't it, with the designer parchment?
Yeah, it does.
In the background.
I love how the grid work, the silver holographic behind has made it appear even white, hasn't it?
Yes.
Which looks really lovely.
And for me, that's like it reminds me of sort of like a beautiful, that you'd go to a gallery and see that it looks like a watercolor painting, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like you'd have a painting on a wall, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like instead of a gold frame, you've got that lovely white lace frame.
Yeah. This one from Carol Pankstello.
Good. A bit of glitter.
Little bit of glitter on there as well. This is Carol Baker. I love this, the rings.
Yeah, this is very similar. That kind of rings looks very similar to a plate that we had. I think it was all-in-one plate with Tina's. They were like 4 loops, weren't they, like that?
Was that?
Do you remember?
I don't remember that one. Now, if somebody had said to me, how was that done? I would have just said the nested circles.
Nested circles. Probably is, but it looks similar to the
I don't remember that one.
No.
Okay.
It's just my brain.
Another one from Carol Baker. This is nice. So the background, using the stencil to create that lovely. And let me come in close on the flower heads because they have been stippled. If we set
stippled to
4,
an inch of their line.
Let me see. Let me just get it to focus. There we go. So that has been stippled in there. Absolutely beautiful. All of the artwork is absolutely amazing.
It is.
Then this one from Glynis. Look at those.
Wow.
All Pico cut and assembled.
That's amazing, isn't it? All on top of each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then we've got another one from Jill. So this is now using those circular, let me come in close on this one, those circular frames. Look at that.
Wow.
It always blows me away when we get artwork influencer. And I had to share this today, just in case I don't get a chance to share it on Hobby Maker tomorrow.
Of course.
And we've got the control here because I can zoom in, zoom out. We can talk about it. We can explain in more detail what's been used. Then let's swap it over for this little, I might name this one. This is Jane. Look, classic pink.
Pink and orange.
And that's,
really well
yeah, that's just using one of those flower heads.
Yeah.
Pattern building.
Pattern building.
Jane and I love our pattern building. One more small one from Jill Askham again. See, that's very simple, isn't it?
Yeah,
putting the sentiments down the side.
What a good idea.
Yeah. And then finally, Karen Jackson. Beautiful grid work. Wow. And some of our vase Groovi plates in there as well. A little bit of water in the bottom.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
I know. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And as I said earlier, a big welcome to Sally Paul with her amazing artwork. I mean, look at all this artwork. You know,
I know.
And that's just for the square frame. And then you've got these special day sentiments. I can't wait to share this. I think we've got all of the artwork shown for the new stuff. So I'm going to hand back to Louise now.
Okay.
There we go.
Lovely. So we'll go back onto, there we go. That's where we left off.
We did.
Created all the white work. That was quick, wasn't it?
It was very quick. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
Crazy. So now with lovely Carol's bit of artwork, she's done some really lovely turquoisey colours, greeny colours. So I'm just grabbing out a collection of different colours here.
So these are our Perga colour exclusive pens.
Yeah.
Double-ended, water-based, so perfect for your everyday crafting. And what I love is that the you've got sort of like a bullet end, and then you've got that fine tip, which I think is better than a fine liner pen, because often with a fine liner pen, if you put too much pressure on it, they go all squidgy.
Yes.
But these have got a special protective case around them to prevent. I mean, if you really go really heavy, I mean, there's heavy and there's heavy. You will. Let me come in closer so you can see the different ends to that. So that's your bullet tip on one end, and then you've got that fine light tip on the other end.
Very small. So I have a set at home. I have some for my Groovi and then some I use for my journaling, because there's so many colours in here and they're perfect for writing. Not that one.
Oh, of course, yes.
Perfect for writing with.
Yeah, so you've got 30 different, it's a beautiful rainbow of colours in there.
Yeah, there
and
is.
Because they're water-based, you can use them on the mix mat, you can use them to mix up your colours.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Linda, at one of the open days a couple of years back, she was scribbling that out onto a mix mat, and then using that Pebeo pearlescent paint to change the colour.
Yes, yeah, you can do that as well. Hold on. Change my mind.
Change the mind on what colour she's going for.
I'm going to use the darker one inside and the lighter one on the outside. That makes more sense to me.
So apparently Diana says, thank you for Saturday's workshop. It was so informative and well explained. Thank you, Diana. That's very kind of you to say. Glad that you enjoyed it.
That makes us happy.
Definitely.
When you know that something that you've taught has been well received, it's a really nice feeling. And
especially when it's sort of in the virtual world, so to speak.
Yes.
Because you can't see people's reaction. When you're teaching in a room with the students, you can feel a reaction.
Yes.
When you're doing it basically like we're doing now, we're talking to a camera.
I mean, you can hear them. Well, you can't hear them. You can see the lovely comments coming through, going, "Oh, that's a good idea," blah blah blah. But to actually, then get the response after is such a really lovely.
And when you see the artwork that's been created by the students,
I know it's so beautiful. Everybody's done so well.
I mean, when we do our social TV like we're doing this afternoon, for me, what I'm doing is I'm bringing up the details on the side of the screen for you, which I will change now. So we don't get to see the chat during the course of these sessions.
No.
We look at the chat. I know Barb looks at the chat during the Shack on Monday, because there's no selling, so to speak.
Same with me with Groovi Tuesday. You don't do any selling, so you can see, well, you're looking down a lot, and sometimes you see odd conversations and everything. But you can see the chat, whereas now we see the product.
Can't see the chat.
So I've just used the pair of colours, just have a little play with different. There's
see,
so
even
many
on black,
to choose.
It still looks lovely on the black. I quite like that, because it's that muted colour. Let me find. I tell you what. Let me go to. I wonder what paper Carol used. Does she say Indian Summer Designer paper? Let me see if I have. Oh, it's one of the ones we discontinued, wasn't it? But I've got a Toscana. I wonder whether Toscana would work on that.
Probably.
Let me have a look. You carry on, and I'm going to have a
carry
flip.
on colouring. Carry on, carry.
Carry on colouring.
Carry on, calorie. No, not calories.
No calories.
No calories involved. Although it is chocolate cake day, so you know.
Apparently so, but I'm still waiting to see where this chocolate cake is going to appear from. Let's have a look. I wonder whether Antarctica.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of lovely blues in that one. So I'd put green in there, and then I'd put turquoise in here, I reckon. These colours really nice. Again, it's not normally colours that I would go for, which is one of the reasons I went for this beautiful card. Because I thought, I'm not used to colours like this, so let's do it.
So I've got some Antarctica designer paper. So when you pop that behind there, all of a sudden it's, and obviously when this is cut back, it'll pick up the colours as well. So if you was looking for some lovely designer paper, Antarctica has a lovely colour palette in there for those teals, but it's also got the lilacs and the purple. I mean, I wonder, let's have a look at that one. Try that one. See, even that. Yeah, that's nice. See, I love with the designer paper how it adds interest to the actual. If you didn't want to add colour.
Definitely, yeah.
But look how white that looks now on a darker background.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
Nice. Okay.
And there's so many different papers to choose from, isn't there?
So if you're interested in Antarctica, the item number for that is 31659.
So just before we finish up, I thought I'd show you. So once you've done the colouring.
Yeah.
It will appear something like this.
I suppose at this point now, it depends how far you are on your Groovi journey, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, you could just guillotine this off and it would look absolutely lovely without any kind of cutting involved. You could use your Pico squares or whatever you have to hand. So what I'm doing is I tend to use for any straight line, the straight grid. Okay. Because it's all uniform. You're not. I use a 2 needle sometimes because my eyesight, I find I go a bit wonky-fied sometimes.
Wonky-fied?
Wonky-fied,
Is that a parching term? Wonky-fied. There we go. Add that to your parchment list of words. Wonky-fied. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in.
I mean, you can use a ruler and a Groovi guard to create that straight line, but it's just easier for me. I
totally agree.
I would use a straight grid.
If I'm going to perforate along a straight edge, then for me, I mean, my eyesight is fairly good, but I would still go wonky-fied as well. So let me come on that side camera. There we go. You just move your left hand a little. That's it. I would definitely use a grid. And I mean, it's not about the speed. It's not like the sewing machine needle going along, but it is. I find that quicker as well, rather than the 2 needle.
Yeah, I find it's quicker. All you've got to do is
yeah,
and then after that, then you can worry about the outside of it. So if I bring in, then I can bring in my 2 needle.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
we're going freestyle now.
Yeah. So now I would bring in my 2 needle.
Okay. We're coming on that one.
To then go around.
So with the 2 needle, what you're doing is you're increasing, if you're new to perforating, is you're increasing 1 hole at a time.
Yes.
So you go in twice, or you go in once with the 2 needle, which gives you 2 holes, and then the back needle goes into the last hole. And what it does, it gives you that perfect pitch between each of the perforations. And the bold needle, if you're new to it, is definitely the way because it's bigger holes.
Yeah. So that's what I would do, straight edge, and then go in with your 2 needle around anything like that because it comes out and everything. And then what you would do is then you would just go back in with your bold tool.
You like to re-perforate, don't you?
I do, yes.
You're doing that freestyle.
Like so. And then because it's the same depth, then when I do my picot cutting,
you're using perga cutters.
I'm using the perga cutters.
And we're looking at it from the side view, so you can see how Louise is just popping the tips of those scissors, or the perga cutters, into the perforations, and then just twisting slightly and snipping. Okay, so now when we look on the overhead, and I'm going to zoom in really close now, so we'll just come up a little, there we go.
So then when I take away that, you'll find it'll be a lot more uniform than if you were going to come in and do a 2-needle tool and trying to get it straight. I just find it just makes life easier with the straight grid.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Wow.
And then this happens.
I nicked the sample, sorry.
Then you get this lovely sample. So thank you very much, Carol Pankstello.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
And Carol's just finished off with a little bit of perga glitter on there as well.
Yeah.
I wonder where that butterfly came from.
Do you know what? I don't know.
Don't know. Let's have a look on the back.
I mean, we have so many butterflies.
Oh, it was a new design club plate.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in our design club, the item number is 42148. So that's where they go. But I know there's loads of Tina's plates. There's Linda's bees and bumblebees, and they'd be beautiful on there. Ever so popular. Yeah. So that is the download, which you'll find on our Catch Up and Craft area of the website. Thank you for keeping us company. So apparently Richard says the course was brilliant. He learned so much. Thank you, Richard. It's very kind to get the feedback from when we do anything online, because obviously, as I say, we're talking to a camera. When we're doing the telly, so to speak, we don't see the chat, so we don't see what's coming in. That's why we have someone monitor the chat, like Jilly or Grace or Jane. They often do that and then feedback through anything. So it's always nice, positive or negative, so to speak. Feedback is always good.
Definitely.
But the biggest feedback is when we see what you have created, what you have achieved, and where you put it on our social media. Share it out all over on social media. Don't just keep it to Groovi and Clarity Worldwide. Maybe you belong to other groups that you want to share it with. Share it. Spread the word for spread the word of Clarity and Groovi and Pergamano, and because that's where, and when people see, I always say with Groovi, and sometimes I think people think, oh, he's just saying that. If you can hold a pen, you can use the system. You really can. And often when I'm on Hobby Maker, lovely Rosie, she drags them in from behind the camera, off the floor, not off the floor, behind the camera, from the gallery. Anyone walking past the studio, come and have a go. And they've never done it before. And it really is, and it gives you that confidence when you see what you can create with a beautiful Groovi plate, a piece of parchment, the right tools. You do not need to do anything else if you don't want to.
I love that it just makes parchment so accessible, because I remember you and me, we both tried the old starter kit from Pergamano.
And we know many of our friends that used to do it traditionally but had to stop due to dexterity, and they took all those years to learn it, and then for whatever reasons, health, mobility issues, they had to stop. So that must be really hard, because you've taken so long to be able to achieve something. And when you look at, lovely Pat Hoskins, Linda Williams, that have trained for years and years and years, but it was time consuming.
Yes.
And elements of it, I wouldn't say time consuming, elements of it do take time. But with the Groovi system, it's replacing one part of parchment craft, and that is the line art. So when you're looking at what Louise does, what Linda's done in the past, and many of those teachers having to stage it, by having the Groovi plate, it speeds that process up. So you can concentrate on the colour, on the white work. It really is a game changer. And last year we celebrated 10 years of all things Groovi. We own Pergamano, which is mad. It's a good mad. So thank you for your company this afternoon. Thank you for your lovely comments and feedback. We're going to clear up here, and then I'll be hitting the road a little bit later, heading up to Redditch. I'm on Hobby Maker tomorrow at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Perfect. Why is it going up today? You have to be there at sort of 11:30, 12 o'clock for your meetings. So if I was to leave sort of early to go up there, but all it takes is horrible weather, traffic, and then by the time I come off air at 8 o'clock, because I'm on at 7, pack the car up, 8:30, stop and get a bite to eat, midnight before I get home. So
a long day otherwise.
It is, but so I go up the night before, then I know I'm there, I can relax, I can do some stuff at the studio, some prep and stuff. So I'm on at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock tomorrow. Glynis has done 2 beautiful demos for me to share with you. Then on Friday, back at Clarity headquarters, we've got 10 and 2 with Barb and myself. And I think Barb mentioned that we're launching February's product of the month.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes. So that is on Friday. And then on Sunday, believe it or not, it's the 1st of February.
It's gone quick.
So what does that mean? 1st of February, first Sunday of the month. So that means 2 hours of more Clarity goodness. So I'll be joining Barbara on Sunday at 2 o'clock until about 4-ish. We know how the 4-ish goes to about 4:30. So enjoy the rest of the day. If it's horrible weather wherever you are, stay inside, craft, and stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much, Louise, and the amazing design team, and Jilly for keeping an eye on the chat. Take care now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.